Hello and welcome to this, and this will be finally the AEW Dynamite review. I did the Dark review last night, I guess, which I guess nobody watched. Not that it matters because the show was horrible. And it looks like the show might be horrible again because we're getting 11 matches on the next Dark. Because yeah, it needs to be long for some weird unknown reason. Maybe they taped a bunch of matches that will be later. I don't know. But yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. If you actually want to hear me kind of rant a little bit about AEW, the Dark review that I put up, there's a little bit of that down there. But this is Dynamite, and this was actually very good. This was actually a really good show. I really liked it. But let's get started. So we start off with FTR taking on Jurassic Express. Jurassic Express wins. They get a future title shot. So that was cool. But before they even get started, I think Jurassic Express was in the ring. I believe FTR was not in the ring yet. Young Bucks come out, super kick a ref, walk back to the back, take out, like 10 or 20 grand, whatever they owed last week because of what they did, and threw it at Tony Khan and walked off. So there was that. I'm guessing just to reiterate the fact that they're heels now. So there was that. Then and FTR was kind of like, hey, that's cool, you still suck, type of deal. But so we got FTR versus the Jurassic Express. This was really good. I'm sure people, I don't know what people thought of this because I've been busy, so I haven't really seen about the fact that once again, Jungle Boy took the pin, but like I continually say, I think him taking the pin makes more sense long term than Luchasaurus taking the pin, and I think it helps the team because I think it keeps Luchasaurus strong, and when the time finally comes, and it will come, it will be greatness. I firmly believe that. So there we go. But I really like this match. Thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So very good opener. And the fact that the announcing this week I thought was a lot better than last week. So that helped as well. So that was good. They did a good job on commentary putting over Jungle Boy, which is what you want when a guy's going to take the pin. They do everything they can, even when he loses, to get him over. So it's one of those things where, yeah, it's going to hurt him, but it doesn't hurt him as much as, like, it could, right? And the match was good, and he looked good in it. So all of that was good. Then we went to the back, very TNA went to the back. Matt Hardy was on the ground. He'd been attacked. Looked like he was acting like his knee had been, messed up. No one knew what happened. Private Party was out there. Then Jericho and Hager show up, and of course, he's got the bat. And so they kind of hinted that that's kind of what happened, but they didn't say for sure because so that meant that he wasn't going to be out there for Private Party. So there we go. Then Kenny Omega joined the commentary team because we were going to have Hangman Page versus Frankie Kazarian. Another really good match. Probably not as good as it could have been, but they didn't have a lot of time. There wasn't like a lot of build up, but still really good. Really enjoyed it. Kenny on commentary was okay. I think he got over the fact of him being kind of heelish. He came off a little heelish. Definitely came off heelish at the end. So you can definitely see he's gone full heel as well. They're trying to make it very clear that they are now not good guys, and you can kind of see the trajectory where it's going to at some point. And I truly feel this. It will be Kenny Omega as champion, and that is who Hangman Page will beat for the championship down the line. I figure we might have to wait a while because I'm thinking they're going to want to do that in front of like actual lots of people. But there you go there. But still really good. Liked it. Everything was good. They hyped the parking lot fight, which was awesome. Spoiler. Then MGF came out, just absolutely squashed the dude. Absolutely squashed. I mean, this was like, okay, that was interesting. Then he cut a promo, really good promo, talking about the fact of that, he wants to be introduced as the uncrowned, undefeated AEW World Champion because Moxley cheated, so he shouldn't have lost. Blah 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 blah. Your basic heel stuff, which it's the heel being right, but no one wants him to be right thing, which always works really well. And which is the exact thing MJF should be doing, because eventually, at some point in time, who knows when, might be years, he is going to go face, and it will be crazy, and we're not even probably close to that yet, but he will at some point. So that was good. I was watching this thinking, see, this is what Brian Cage should be. This is basically this gimmick where it's, hey, I'm the guy, and they kind of started off like that, but it wasn't like that. But this would like, though I think I see where they might be going with this. I would love to see MJF as like the FTW champion, because it would be like the best thing is him having that championship, and then the whole thing with everything that was going on. It was good stuff. Good stuff. Of course, because it was that. Then we had Taz breaking down the offense of Ricky Starks. This was interesting. I think he's done this before, but this was interesting, I would say. Then Eddie Kingston came out. Penta and Phoenix and Butcher and Blade were all in the ring. He cut a promo talking about the fact that he never really lost the Battle Royal, so he should get something. He didn't care, who got it. He didn't care what happened, but he feels like he should get something. That they're a family. That, yeah, they might fight, but usually families fight. They get together. They go to eat. When they fight, they basically murder people. Brought a bunch of jobbers in the ring, murdered them. That was it. Then Kingston told Blade that he needed to go home and get his house in order. So there we go. So yeah, I don't know about that part of it, but yeah. So then we had Private Party come out, which was cool, because then we had Private Party versus Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. Hager actually kind of looked like he tried in this match, so that was good. It was a good match. I would say it was a great match. It was good. Quinn and Cassidy looked really good in this. They did a lot of cool stuff. Hager and Jericho won, though, which makes sense because you can definitely see where they're going with it. So that was cool, and yeah, so that was very cool. Then we had the NWA World Championship, Thunder Rosa versus Ivelisse. This was interesting. It was stiff, but it was really good. But it was stiff, yeah. I like this. I think that, again, since they're starting to get women who are good, or at least kind of good. I would say Ivelisse is kind of good. She can be, depending on how she wants to be. So we're getting better women's matches, and they definitely this was more to add to Shida and Rosa, because you have to think that at some point the NWA is going to be, hey, she beat our champion. She deserves a championship shot versus our champion. So that will probably be at some point down the road. Rosa will then get her win back, and we're all good. So there we go. But it was good. Then DeMonte and Ivelisse, after the match, after she won, ran the ring. Shida came in, helped her. They did the whole we respect each other thing. So that was cool. They did a Miro and Kasabian thing. I think I see where this is going. It will be funny in an ironic way if it goes where I think it's going, which is Miro basically being the one that screws up the wedding and takes Penelope forward and all of that, which would be kind of funny. Maybe they won't do that. Maybe they'll actually do a real wedding and it won't be some like disaster thing, and that would be even funnier in some ways. But yeah. Then we had Jake Roberts and Lance Archer come out. Lance Archer was all pissed. We found out that Lance Archer was pissed because Jake basically made a deal with Taz. So there's going to be next week a 6-man with Archer, Cage, and Starks versus Moxley and two of his partners. Moxley comes out. At this point, Starks and Cage weren't out there. They were hiding in the crowd. They came out, attacked Moxley. Then Will Hobbs came out. Will Hobbs swinging a chair, really swinging a chair. He wouldn't hit anybody, so he could really swing it, which that added something that was kind of cool. That was good to see. That's a good thing. And then Moxley cut a really good promo afterwards, after the save, basically saying Hobbs is one of his tag partners. The other partner is Darby Allin. Told Darby Allin, you know, you're at home. Get off your ass. Come to Florida. We got a match to do. So that was cool. Then we had the main event, the parking lot fight of Best Friends versus Santana or Ortiz. This was awesome. I will not lie. I love stuff like this. Here's the thing. You can do the like Stampede type stuff and kind of the comedy hardcore stuff, as long as you also do this. This was definitely more hardcore. This was not like deathmatch, but this was definitely people going through tables, people going through cars. This was like watching this. It was like, you know, WWE likes like doing stuff to cars, yet they rarely have done it. I don't think they've ever done anything like this. The closest thing to anything like this I can think off the top of my head, not counting what somebody has done on an indie, would be what ECW way back when Mysterio and Psychosis were like doing the crazy match. I you know, that's the only thing. But this was you know, guys going through car windows, guys getting hit with car mirrors. You had guys getting hit with batons. You had people throwing sledgehammers, going through car windows. You had guys getting slammed on top of cars and cars crushing. You had this was crazy. You need to see this match. This match was great. I loved this. This was perfect. I don't remember if Trent always wears this stuff, but it actually looked like Trent had like steel-toed boots and jeans. It's the stuff that whenever I see like a match like this, I'm always like, that's what guys need to be wearing. The, you know, Ortiz, Santana and Ortiz had like, you know, battle face paint on. They were like going to war. That's the type of thing you want. That's, you know, you want it to look like a fight. That makes it look like a fight. I like that sort of thing. It's little things, but it adds to it. Match was great. Definitely go out of your way if you haven't seen it to see it. Loved it. About an hour away from G1 starting, so by the time most of you see this, G1 will probably have gone, and I might actually have a G1 review up. Ooh, imagine that. But yeah, awesome show. After I complained about Dark, this was good. I hated seeing that they taped so many Dark matches, but maybe they taped so many because they're going to show some later, and we're not going to get like 90 minutes of Dark again without promos. That's just not okay. But good show, got me hyped for next week. That's what we want. That's what we want in a show. That's what we got. So thumbs up. Go watch it. So with that, I'm out of here. Have a good one.